All right, hello everybody. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, good holiday weekends, some time off of work maybe, but now we're back at it. Monday, December 2nd. Gonna go in, do some chest and arms today. Definitely notice some progress being made on the triceps, so that's good. We like to see that. Just the consequence of doing a bit more with them, pushing them a little bit harder with a little bit more volume, and the results are noticeable. It's something that I can definitely notice, just more thickness, more definition popping a little bit more. So that's good stuff. We like that. Did add a couple of things to the supplementation regimen. Some stuff wasn't even added, it was just up because I learned the efficacious dose was a little bit higher, or that you can milk more out of it at a higher dose before hitting a threshold point. So one of those was L-citrulline. I've been a big fan of L-citrulline for a very long time, and I was using past the recommended minimum dose, and I noticed, it was working, but came across some new data suggesting that you could push that dose a little bit higher and get even more benefit from it. So I gave that a go. I don't know if, maybe I noticed it a little bit in terms of like the actual output and performance, in terms of not fatiguing as fast, getting through my workout and not feeling as crushed at the end of it, like still a little bit, good and charged, which during the workout allows you to, push harder. If between sets you're not like so tired you're like nodding off, and you feel pretty fresh, you're going to be able to push a little bit harder. Another thing I added is beta alanine, the infamous paresthesia inducer, itchy face, itchy skin feeling thing. And the reason I added it is because, well, the evidence supports its use as an effective ergogenic aid, especially when utilized in the context of muscular endurance, when your sets are pushing 60 seconds and above, which is something that I do shoot for, strictly because I advocate for overall, not saying that you can't, have fun with your training sometimes and go really heavy for lower reps, but for the sake of injury prevention, I think it's a lot more advantageous to lighten the weight up a little bit and push for a little bit higher reps. After 10 reps, we're talking like 12 to 15, and assuming 2 to 3 seconds per rep, 1 second on the concentric powerful pushing part of the motion, and then 2 seconds on the concentric. Since you're stronger on that part of the movement, it's a good idea to milk it a little bit more and really focus on that concentric or eccentric part of the movement. So when you're having it at that level, for that rep range, boy, is there a lot of police out today, something's going on. But anyway, when you're at that level, pushing those rep ranges a little bit higher, focusing on slow, controlled movements, you're going to be pushing those sets into the 60 and above range. Let's pull over here. Okay. Guy has somewhere to be. Alright, so got past that intersection. Anyway, as I was saying, pushing it into those higher durations of time, it's where beta alanine really shines. Essentially what it does, it's a carnosine precursor. There's an enzyme in the body that combines beta alanine with the amino acid histidine to form carnosine within the muscle cells, and this acts as a buffering agent. A lot of this information is fresh in my mind because I am trying to put together a lot more valuable educational content, and one of the first videos that I wanted to do is a comprehensive breakdown of beta alanine. That's going to basically be the only beta alanine video you'll ever need to watch. I'm going to do a sweeping haul of all of the available literature covering beta-alanine, what to expect from it, efficacious dose, side effects, and whether or not it's worth investing your money in. If it's going to be something with the training styles that you like to do, something that's going to be worthwhile adding into your personal protocol. And that really is going to be contingent upon the kind of training that you are doing. If it's a specific kind, then beta-alanine can really be something that's useful for you. So I want to do a great comprehensive breakdown. I've been compiling it, but that's a little, educational sneak preview of how beta-alanine works, is combining with histidine to form carnosine within the muscle, and that acts as a buffering agent to modulate intracellular and environmental acid levels. This is going to facilitate muscular endurance. It's going to allow you to push a little bit harder. Typically about 2 to 3% improvements are typically noted in the literature, which does not sound like a lot, but it's when you're talking sports performance, those small numbers actually they're significant. It sounds like a small number, but it's a noticeably significant difference before and after introducing beta-alanine to get that outcome. So I was impressed enough by what I learned about it to add it to my protocol. It's not overly expensive. It's not even when you're dosing it at the proper range, which most products typically included in like pre-workout formulas, just grossly underdosed. It's kind of in there as like a flash molecule where you see that it's in there, you've heard of it, you've heard it can do certain things for you, so you get the pre-workout thinking that beta-alanine in there is actually carrying some weight, and it's just not dosed high enough to yield what you need to actually get the benefits from it. I've seen pre-workout formulas including like 1.6 grams of carnitine, sometimes up to beta-alanine up to 3. Really, I mean, bare minimum according to the literature, it's like 3.2 grams per day at like a minimum, and then it really starting to shine at about 6.4 grams all the way up to 12 grams. It's been investigated, showing progressive increases. Something of note, in the long term, you don't yield any more benefit at 12 grams as you do at 6.4, but the reason 12 might be advisable when you first start beta-alanine is that you're going to reach peak saturation of carnosine a lot faster. And I think it takes about, 4 weeks. I have to go back and revisit the article to give the specifics, which I will cover in the video. But off the top of my head, I want to say I remember it being 4 weeks to reach peak concentrations at a 12 gram dose. And then at the 6.4 gram dose, it took 6 or 8 weeks. So it's a little bit longer. You'll just reach peak concentration faster at the 12 gram dose. And then it goes, the benefits taper off at that peak concentration. So it might be advisable to start out at the 12 grams for 4 weeks until it hits that concentration, peak concentration, as supported by the literature, and then bringing it back down to 6.4 as a maintenance dose. So something to consider. It'll be further broken down in the video once I get that published, but it's something I'm excited about, that I'm working on in terms of, really putting out some useful content for everybody, and keep on the lookout for it, because it's something I'm actively working on. But we just got to the gym, so we're gonna get our workout in, and see you around.